everyone and welcome to another episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. My name as always is Jamie Hughes and today I am back, baby, with another amazing £1 Blu-ray haul. I have managed to pick up 9 amazing films for this video today, all from my local Poundland. I am so excited by some of the picks that I've managed to pick up, as I said, for just one itty bitty small pound. Now guys, if you want to keep up to date with all my latest videos, then make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And I don't think there's going to be any spoilers today, so I can't give you a spoiler warning. I am just going to tell you about the films that I have picked. And if you've seen any of the movies that I have picked out today, or you've managed to pick up a few pound Blu-rays for yourself, then let me know down in those comments below. And let's jump into this video with my very first pick of my pound Blu-ray haul. And starting it off, we have Transcendence. Now, I don't know too much about this movie. It looks really trippy and sci-fi-y. It's got an amazing cast. As I say, pretty cool. I picked this up for £1. It's got Johnny Depp, it's got Morgan Freeman, and it's got Kate Mara. They are the lead actors in this movie. I think it tells the story of Johnny Depp, who is a doctor who has to try and plug his mind into a supercomputer, but people want to stop him because he's like the smartest guy on earth. I'm not really too sure, which is why I picked this up just for £1. And yeah, very excited to see this one. And next up, we have Side Effects, which is another film that boasts a huge cast. You've got Catherine Zeta-Jones, Rooney Mara, Jude Law, and Channing Tatum. And it doesn't really seem like a Tatum kind of film, but it looks very, very interesting. So this film tells the story of this loved up New York couple, which is obviously Mara and Channing Tatum. They go and see their psychiatrist, who is Jude Law. He gives them some pills to stop their anxiety. They're like new prototypes, and as you can tell by the name of the film, they start experiencing some weird side effects, and they have to try and find the cure, and they don't actually know what these tablets are, and yeah, they just start making them go crazy. It looks like a really cool psychological thriller, and I'm very excited to check this one out. Next up, we have a film for the kids, because I'm all about entertaining everybody here at the Jamie Hughes Show. So we have, I can't remember what it's called, Escape from Planet Earth. Yeah, I just picked this up because it looks like a really goofy, fun animation. It's got an alright cast: Brendan Fraser, Sarah Jessica Parker, Jessica Alba, and Ricky Gervais. Yeah, it just looks like kind of any other kids film that came out in the mid-2000s. I'm not really sure what it's going to be like, but for £1, can you complain? I don't think so, because it's going to keep the kids entertained for hours on end. And next up, we have a movie that I bought purely for the fact that it is referenced in Zombieland, and that is He's Just Not That Into You. Now, I don't want to cast any stereotypes here, but it does kind of look a bit like a chick flick. But I'm going to watch it. It looks alright. It's got a pretty good cast. To say Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Connelly. Oh, that's a bit awkward, weren't they? Weren't they married at one point, Jennifer Connelly and Ben Affleck? Am I getting that confused? Bradley Cooper, Scarlett Johansson, and Justin Long. I say, I'm guessing this is about a group of ladies and a group of guys, and one of the guys just isn't that into a girl. It seems pretty self-explanatory. It looks like a really fun kind of rom-com. I don't want to use the term chick flick, but I'm going to have to for this purpose. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Next up, we have A Most Violent Year, which has got Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain in it. So two pretty big actors. This one kind of slipped under my radar when it came out of the cinema. It's a reasonably new film. I just didn't get a chance to see it. It looks like a really cool throwback to sort of bygone films. It looks like it's going to be a real blend, from what I read from the blurb, of Wall Street meets The Godfather. And yeah, it just looks pretty damn interesting. From that title alone, I was hooked, and that's why I ended up buying it. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to check this one out too. Next up, we have The Transporter Refueled, for all you action fans out there. Now, this isn't a Jason Statham version. This is like the reboot they did a couple of years ago with Ed Skerin. You may know him from Game of Thrones and Deadpool. And yeah, I picked this one up because they're kind of a little bit of a guilty pleasure, the Transformers films, but Transporter film, sorry. But the only reason everyone kind of likes them is because of Jason Statham. So just want to see this, give this one a watch and see how Ed Skerin lives up to the hype. But yeah, if it's going to be nothing else, it's going to be a pretty fun, full-on action film. And don't worry though, because we do have a Jason Statham film making this haul. I am so excited for this one. It is The Mechanic. It looks like any other Jason Statham film, but as I said in the last film, the reason people watch Jason Statham films is for Jason Statham. It's just going to be a fun, really cool action film, but I have heard some good stuff about this. I've heard it's quite gritty. From the plot, it kind of looks like any other Jason Statham action film, but I'm pretty interested in seeing this one, so that's why I picked it up. Next up, we have The King's Speech, and I genuinely can't believe I picked this up for £1. It was Colin Firth's crowning moment. It won a load and load of Oscars and a load of BAFTAs, and it looks great. I didn't get a chance to see it the first time around when it got released in the cinema, so as I say, I'm very excited for this one. The fact I picked it up for £1, I just think is brilliant. And last but not least, I think I've saved the best for last, and that is The Woman in Black starring Daniel Radcliffe. I've seen this film about 3 or 4 times, and every time I see it, it terrifies me. It is a genuinely great British horror film, and I love it, and it's worth £1 of anyone's money. It is a really great, awesome film, and you should definitely go and pick this one up if none of the others on this list. And this is the last film on my haul, as I said, so let me know what you thought of my haul. 9 films, it's quite a lot to pick up from Poundland. And some really genuine great films in there as well. So if you've seen any of those films, let me know what you thought about them. And also let me know if you have picked up any Blu-rays yourself for £1. I definitely recommend getting The Woman in Black if you've not seen it. And that is it. That is my haul over and done with. If you did enjoy this video, then why not give it a like? And if you did enjoy it, why not give it a subscribe? Because you'll be helping me out massively. And I will see you in the very next episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. Hopefully I can get another haul like this done soon, because I'm loving picking all these movies up for £1. And I will see you in the very next episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. Ta-ra!